Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome. I'm Mr. S, and with Sonic 3 coming out in theaters tomorrow, I thought it'd be a great opportunity to put out a Sonic video, and so today, I'm doing just that. Today, I'll be taking two Sonic characters and fusing them together. So, without further ado, all you gotta do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the episode. Alright guys, so I knew when I was going into this episode and coming up with this idea, I knew I wanted to use Shadow the Hedgehog. One, because he's in the movie coming out tomorrow, and then two, he's arguably one of the most popular characters of all time, right? So when I went into this, honestly, this is like not my first time drawing a Sonic character. I've obviously drawn Sonic on here maybe once, maybe twice. I really don't remember, but just trying to figure out how the bodies work gave me a lot of issue, trying to figure out how to draw the faces. And obviously this time around, it's not just Sonic that I'm drawing, it's fusing together different characters. So I thought, I thought it was going to be easier than what it was, but I actually had a little bit of a hard time. So it actually took me a while to kind of finish up the head sketch before getting into the body. So I wanted to combine Knuckles the Echidna's hair, like coming downward, with Shadow's hair that kind of spikes out into like a star. And I think I did a really good job with that face. I think it makes it a believable Sonic character that exists in that universe. And then along with that, I really wanted to play off of Shadow / Knuckles. I don't have a fusion name for them. Maybe you guys can come up with one for me in the comments down below. But I really wanted those boots to actually be like jet propelling, right? So I wanted to have some fire coming out of them. I wanted you to know that he's moving at a fast speed. But ultimately, I had fun with this, trying to figure out which skin color I was going to use to dominate, and I felt like Knuckles was an easier go than just using just a black furred character. I thought the red would pop out a lot more. I opted to remove the white from Shadow's chest and put it black to represent a little bit more Shadow. We got the Knuckles gloves, we've got the jet boots from Shadow, but we did it in the style of Knuckles' shoes, right? But I had a lot of fun with the way that this one was turning out. When it came to background choices, I decided to opt in for something really easy, only because this is a bonus episode, and I didn't have a script to write this week, but I really wanted next week's regular scheduled video to kind of have like 4 images and have some more things going on. So you'll notice that with all my backgrounds, they're a lot more on the simpler side, okay? All right, so here we are coming to the end. Here's my Shadow and Knuckles fusion. Alright, so with my next character selection, I knew Rouge the Bat was going to be in the movie as well, so I decided to use her. And of course, Amy Rose is going to show up as well. I did a traditional art piece here on the channel a while back as well. So I knew I wanted to use the two ladies. I was really focusing more on Rouge's design, because I thought she has a lot more interest when it comes to like the wings, a little bit more of her appeal to it, right? She definitely appeals to certain fan bases. But I also wanted to get like Amy's hammer. It's not in the reference photo, but we know Amy Rose has a big old hammer, and I wanted to incorporate that in some way, shape, or form. I think I nailed it when it came to like the anatomy for this one. I felt really confident. I felt really good about it. I think when it came time to actually start drawing in the hammer, I think that's where I kind of struggled a little bit. And I'm not sure if it's just because of the angle. Maybe it's because I wanted to try to incorporate some movement in there. I don't actually think I put in any movement whatsoever. It's just she's kind of like holding it and getting ready for a swing, or just about there, right? I wish I did a little bit more with this. I think the color choices for this came out really nicely. I just wish there was just, I don't know, I feel like I'm missing something from this piece. I'm not quite sure what it is. Maybe you guys can help me figure it out, but I feel like there could have been a little bit more to it, okay? So there it is. This is my Rouge the Bat, Amy Rose fusion. If you guys have a name for this fusion character, let me know in the comments down below as well. And so without further ado, here she is. Alright, so I couldn't do a Fusion episode without using Sonic and, of course, Dr. Robotnik, or as a lot of us call him, Dr. Eggman, right? I think at first I wanted to make an Eggman Hedgehog, but then I kind of pulled back on that, and then I was like, well, what happens if I use more of like the Sonic head with bits and pieces of Eggman and then concentrate the body to be heavily Eggman? So this ends up being like a bigger Sonic, like he's older, he's a little bit more, I don't know, menacing would be the right word. I need a better word for that one. But he's kind of like large and in charge. I definitely wanted to give him more of a shape like an ellipse, kind of like an egg, more ovular. A lot rounder shapes here and there. I thought the pose for this one came out really good. I did struggle a little bit when it came to doing the feet on this one, like doing the shoes and what perspective they should be seen in. I think when I get to that his left, but it's on our right, when I start drawing that shoe, I think I was just pulling the angle a little bit too much on one side, and it made it feel a lot off. I definitely struggled trying to put in like the boxes, like the little yellow squares attached to the white rectangles on Dr. Eggman's jacket. So I opted to just remove them all together because it was just giving me too hard of a time for some reason. And then I just ended up leaving them more flat. When I went into this piece, because they were all done on different days, I ended up trying to render it kind of like how I do my Fakemon designs or fake Bond designs. So it was really more simplistic, and then I went back to the other images and I was like, oh no, wait, you actually render this your normal way with all the textures and extra level of shadows and extra lights. So I ended up going back in and adding all those in as well. But of the batch, I think this one's kind of my favorite because I feel like it has a little bit more personality to it. I don't know if you guys agree, but definitely one of the ones that I really enjoyed making the most. So if you guys have a name for my Dr. Robotnik, Dr. Eggman, and Sonic Fusion, again, please leave it in the comments down below. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please show this video some love by liking this video and commenting some character names for these fusions I made in today's episode. I really love making fusion art, so if you have any other ideas of what I can fuse together for a potential future episode, please let me know in the comments. Other than that, I'm excited to bring back Avatar Battles for episode 2 next Thursday. As always, I'm Drawing with Mr. S, and I'll see you all in the next video. Y'all take care of yourselves. Have a good one. Bye.